Hello and welcome to Fiber Friday. It's been a minute. Why has it been a minute? Well, I kept having migraines back to back due to the job I was working, not following through with their own policies. So I switched jobs, and I've been in the process of the application, interviewing, and orientation side of things. So been dealing with that. Um, had the hand pain that was mildly troublesome down this part of my pinky. I have a small cyst, not certain what kind of cyst. The chiropractor says that if it's not fully better in a couple of weeks, that we'll maybe see about referring me out, but it has been getting better by just not overuse. I have tried to go back to knitting. It's not working. It hurts a lot more. So that may or may not be on hold until I get either fully under control there or see a specialist. Hopefully it'll get under control. I'm no longer having to sit at the computer and type all the time, so that should help. Project-wise, started a new one, which is this guy here. It's going to be one of the shawls that you can put on your arm, wrap it around your whole body, and then the other one will go onto this arm. I have this same wristlet done, and I'm working up this part of the body. I think I'm going to get it to where it's at least halfway, and then I'll decide about that point in time whether or not I want to continue and then try to decrease, or whether I'm just going to start up on that side with the other. What am I doing wrong? What did I do? Oh, that's what I did. Pulled the yarn through the wrong spot, tied it together. Muppet. Got it untangled though. I am just doing a double crochet. The one that I originally started was this diamond weave pattern, and it was okay, but I wanted something a little bit more mindless and I didn't have to focus too much on because my brain has already got a lot to deal with regularly. So I was like, nah, we're not doing that. 3D printing wise, I took a break, mostly because of everything else. And with the break, part of it was because while I've got the books done, which, give me a second, I'm gonna pull those over this way. Okay, I should probably turn the microphone. I'm sorry if the audio was terrible for the first part of this. My microphone was facing off into who knows where. My bad. So I made this one before ending up taking my unscheduled break, which just opens up and you can put a standard deck of cards in there. I thought it was cute, but it's not nearly big enough for most of my card games. And I don't know enough about 3D editing software to manipulate it, like the Forge 360, I think is what it was. Onshape or some of those. I don't know if those are the correct words. My brain is not there. But I don't know how to edit this to make it to what, well, I know how to make this part taller, but like making sure that this part matches so it can properly close. I didn't know how to do that. I also don't own a normal deck of cards. I don't know why I don't own a normal deck of cards to put in my book. I'll figure that one out why later. But I then went and screwed up. I decided I was going to 3D print books, which I thought were going to be this the side. I printed it that way, with this being the spine. And I did it not once, but that 3 times because I printed this one first, and on this one, it's much thicker than the others. And I was like, cool. But then I printed the lid with the smaller spine. I thought I had done it correctly, but I did not. So then when I went and edited it again to try to get the spine correct, I printed a second one that was identical to the first. And I didn't want to waste them, so I printed the books that matched them and got the top lid for this one correct. Now, while they are not my favorite shape of books, they will work. I just have to figure out how to edit the rest of the insides to work with what I want them to work with. So I pulled down like my Citadels, Love Letter, Cards Against Humanity, a few other card games. And then I also found a print online. I don't remember who by it, and I'm not looking it up. If I remember to before I edit this, Editing Me will post it somewhere here. Otherwise, so it's just a simple spot where you can put a standard deck of cards, and it's okay. It does that. It holds that. I printed a thicker one, which will hold a complete expansion of Cards Against Humanity in it, whereas the smaller one, while it'll hold the box, it sticks up. Not a big deal. Not what I was exactly wanting, but it will work. And I will be able to make it work with some of the things. So if I want to make a big box to hold all the Cards Against Humanity expansions separate, I can do that. I have a few other card games that it may work with. I am not certain on that though. But these were test ones, and they're okay. Now, one of them, my Fill or Bust game, which is essentially Farkle, has the need for dice. And I printed this guy, which it has 6 slots, or the 6 slots plus enough for the extra 2. My game only has 6 dice. I'm going to keep it as is because you never know, maybe you need extras for something. I can leave it open. If I have a game that needs 8 dice, I might swap this for one of them. Originally, I had thought about trying to figure out how to set the dice holding spot in the bottom and then raise the tray up. So probably in one like this where the dice would sit along the bottom. And I may still do that. But again, I need to figure out how to use the editing stuff, which I recently went and cleared some stuff off my hard drive. So maybe I have some data space to be able to download that and process some of it. This one, however, while it's not the perfect size and shape for this card game, I have one that the miniature cards, they kind of fit. They're a little bit loose on the top, but if I get a little lid or something, it'll work. I keep printing small things that I'm not in love with because they're not quite what I would like them to be. So I'm holding off until I get some of the editing process to start on some of that because I'm tired of half measures. It's not what I'm enjoying. Other than that, those 3 prints were all I've printed. I am going to print a few more books in the future where I do the lid and the body of the print, and then I think I'm going to try to stop it and switch to the new filament, so that way it does what I did with this one, and I've got the different color paper. I currently only have this beautiful green and silver filament, so it's not the worst. Other than that, I haven't really done anything. Oh, well, that's a lie. I'm going to insert some clips if I actually manage to get them. It's hit or miss whether or not the recording worked right. But I made a dress. If nothing else, I will be posting a picture of said dress here. It had been a minute since I was working with a sewing machine, so it is absolutely not perfect. There were flaws with the pattern I chose. It was not what I thought it was. I didn't hate it, but I'm probably not going to make it again. Like, it's comfortable-ish, but the princess seam didn't work out quite as well as I thought it should have. And maybe that's on me. Maybe I should have practiced the princess seam a little bit more before fully stitching it. I had to add a panel in on the one material for the skirt because while the stretchier material fit just fine, the outer polyester layer didn't have enough stretch. Even though I followed the grain lines, it didn't have enough stretch, and it was just a little bit too short of reaching where my waist said it needed to for my hip area. So not my waist, my hips, whatever. It was unfortunate, but for my first dress of the year, I don't think it turned out bad. Didn't turn out great. It is something I can wear in public and not be like, oh my god, people can't see me in this. But would I want somebody to do a close-up inspection on it while it's on me or even on the hanger? No. And I know when we make our own clothing or make a project, we are the worst critical person on it. But in this case, there's a reason. I know where the flaws are. So long as I keep people at a distance, it looks great. My new job doesn't allow me to wear dresses on the shift, which is fine. It just means I get to wear it less frequently than I would like, or for less amount of time, because, you know, I can wear it when I get home, but I probably won't. That's more, this style of it's also more of a going out to a nice dinner dress rather than a day-to-day. It was designed where I can put a cute little belt sash with it, so I can change up the style just by changing up the color. Yeah, that's about all I have for an update. Other than going forward, I'm probably not going to be sticking to my initial plan of posting weekly. If I'm able to, that is phenomenal, and I would love to. But while I'm getting used to the new schedule, because I am going back to a graveyard shift, I'm going to be awake at night, which means the video quality, I've got to get some better lighting. The lighting in here is not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. It is a little bit harder when evening fully hits, because right now we're at dusk. And so the two lights that I've got are both shining on me. I'm right in the sweet spot. But when it gets a little bit darker, it does get a little harder to see on the camera what I'm doing. So dealing with that and adjusting for it. But those are pretty much all the projects. There, I put it. That I have been doing. I've noticed a few of the people that I like to watch here, they'll have clips of them going through and then, oh, look, it's the next day. Look, I finished the project. So I'm probably going to try to do a bit more of a vlogging style similar to that rather than just everything all at once while I'm here and showing you what I've done. But I'm also still not good at that. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. I want to thank all of you who have made it all the way through the video. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It really does help out. For those of you that were new here, I appreciate it if you like and subscribe and comment, especially if you'd like to see or catch more of my videos when they come out. For those of you who are returning and have made it all the way through the video, I really appreciate it. Again, thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.